Well, South Africans waking up to a lockdown level 3 from this morning. New restrictions in place, at least until mid-January, we understand. There's a new nationwide curfew between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. I've already seen people on Twitter asking, when is the curfew in place from? Today. Tonight, 9 o'clock, you have to be in your house. The sale of alcohol is prohibited as well as of today. Let's continue to get reaction to the president's latest announcement. We've spoken to medical experts and analysts and political parties. What are regular South Africans saying? VOM Tila, you're out and about in Randburg. You're wearing your mask. I hope lots of other people are as well. It's a crime not to, as of this morning, isn't it?
Well, it is a crime not to wear a mask off this morning. Facing a possible 6 months jail time, we heard from the president, as well as a fine. Some of the stipulation put in that stern words that we got in the family meeting we saw last night. President very emotional, telling South Africans that it's their behavior that has led to the resurgence of COVID-19. And of course, it's hitting harder than the first surge that we saw earlier on in the year. I am in Randburg just to get reaction from ordinary South Africans as to what they think. I'm joined by a gentleman here. Thank you for joining us at eNCA. Just your sentiments around the family meeting last night.
Yeah, well, I really don't understand the president, because we've been compliant the whole year, and a lot of people have lost their jobs, many businesses have closed down, and to put us under lockdown for longer, it's also bad for business, apart from the fact that the problem is not with us. We're not the ones who are supposed to find a vaccine for it. I mean, I believe there is a vaccine for it, they just won't pay.
But the president says it's your behavior and the rest of the South Africans that has led to the resurgence, and in fact people's lives are dying. Does that not matter?
Yeah. It does matter a lot, but also to think that the police, when they approach people, how abusive they are towards them, even physical, I completely disapprove of that. So
thank you very much, but we're still getting more reactions. Gentlemen disapproving of the president's move to get us back to level 3. Siswam, thank you for joining us at eNCA, but what are your sentiments towards the president putting the country on lockdown again?
I don't think umqondo omuhle ukuthi aphinda sibisele futhi ku level 3, because thina abanye silahlekelwe imisebenzi. Since then besilokhe singasebenzi, mavala futhi usho ukuthi shuthi kumele sife thina ngendlala. Manje siyazizamela lapha, kusho ukuthi mavala ngeke sisabuya la. Mara since then abantu bebelokhe bafaka ama mask, besilokhe siqhubeka ngempilo. I don't think it's a good idea ukuthi asibisele futhi ku level 3.
This lady, Gareth, saying that it's not thinking it's a good idea that they're back to level 3. Essentially, she was working before, lost her job because of the stricter levels. Now she's saying she has to sell fat cakes in order just to make her survive, to make a living. But still, they're back at level 3. I want this gentleman, sir, thank you for joining us at eNCA. President says no sale of alcohol for the next 15 days. Funerals must have numbers of more than 50 plus among some of the stipulations we heard. What are your reaction?
The problem is, since first lockdown, people lost their job, and they had no proper food to eat. And now halfway opened, then they started getting the job and getting food again. So they're coming again into this level. It's unfair to make this level up to that, so that people must have, we must have freedom of working, freedom of doing anything. So
but it's that very freedom that's led to the resurgence of COVID-19 and really essentially hitting the country down. I want to close with you. It seems like South Africans aren't taking responsibility for the strict measures that we see. Do you take responsibility as a South African to the decisions of the presidents leading us to where we are?
What do I take responsibility for?
Are you taking any accountability as a South African, seeing that now we're back to level 3 because of the behavior of South Africans?
People. Okay, yeah, no, look, I don't see any problem. I think it's a good thing that Ramaphosa did that, because you can see actually people actually misbehaving. And yeah, I think it's actually a very, very wise decision. And you can see people actually with the alcohol issue, I'm 100% behind it, like supporting the president.
100% behind it, Gareth. supporting, at least one of the 4 people support the president, but of course the other 3 seems like they're not taking any responsibility to seeing the stricter lockdown level that South Africa is under.
And Aviwe, it was a case in point there, and I almost wanted to jump in and interject with one or two of your guests that were with you. They weren't even wearing masks. They realized they were on a national television station. They're talking to you about the level 3 lockdowns and South Africans not listening, and they were standing there not wearing their masks while they were speaking to you. So, Aviwe, you can see, and you're highlighting clearly just how people are not listening to what is actually going on. I'm sure, Aviwe, you're going to speak to more people later in the day. Hopefully they're all wearing their masks, as we should be as well. But Aviwe Mtila, thank you, out and about, speaking to regular South Africans. That was a case in point. 2 of them not wearing masks, and they were on television. All right, let's quickly